St. Patrick's Day is almost here, so let's make some shamrocks. Hi, it's Hani from Haniela's here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this cookie decorating tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make these adorable and super easy shamrock cookies decorated with royal icing. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Before we can get started, we have to prepare cookies, bake the cookies. You can also check out my new ebook, The Ultimate Cutout Cookie Guide, where you can find all the recipes and tips and tricks on how to make cutout cookies. I'm going to decorate two shapes. One is larger, this is a large shape, and then I also have a more standard 3-inch shape for the shamrock, and I'm using 15-second consistency royal icing. We're going to create this really arresting variegated circular pattern often seen on shamrocks. So I'm using two shades of green, starting with leaf green and then coming in with this like a forest green, and both of these are 15-second consistency, and we're going to blend these together, marble them together, but wait for it, we're not going to use a scribe. I'm going to use a palette knife. I really like using palette knife. I learned this from my friend Amber from Sweet Ams, and I just like that it creates a really flowy background without harsh edges. And now I'm going to bring that dark green in the middle, create like a heart shape. And now we can come in with this more vibrant, you can use like a electric green to create this color, or add a little bit of yellow food coloring to your green. You want this to be bright green, and then we're going to just disturb the edges a little bit. I don't want to use movements that are too harsh or too vigorous. I don't want to disturb that pattern underneath, so I'm just using very short back and forth movement to disturb this edge. And we're going to continue with the second leaf, and then of course the third leaf, and we're going to try to match that green line that we created, so we create kind of like a circular pattern. You can let the leaf crust for about 5 minutes and then move on to the second leaf, so there is some definition between the leaves, so they just don't blend together. So this is a repetitive movement. You don't have to really like think about it too much. Use your palette knife, blend it, and then bring the dark icing with a scribe tool towards the tapered end of this heart shape, and then you're gonna come in with that bright green and use your scribe tool to kind of go back and forth around the edge of this line. Let it crust, and then we can work on the stem. So to prevent cratering, I've decided to add a zigzag line in the middle. This is going to help mitigate cratering and dimpling in my icing. Let that line crust for about 10 minutes, and then you can add the stem. For the stem, as you can see, I optioned to use that medium green we used. Once you're done with distributing the icing evenly, you can set this aside and let the icing dry. Now this is another shape that I'm going to decorate. This cutter actually comes from a nesting set, so you get like 3 or 4 sizes of this same shape, which is really nice to have. And here I'm starting at the very top and then coming in with the lighter green, and again we're going to blend this together. You can of course play with this and use perhaps slightly different colors. You can play with, I've seen shamrocks with a touch of purple, so you can also do that, and then bring in that dark green with a scribe tool. These are definitely smaller than the ones we did in the first step, and these, if you plan on shipping any of these, I suggest that you ship these ones. The ones we did before, they have a really long stem, and because it's so protruding, it's risky to ship them because they are more prone to breaking in the shipping process, in the transit. So you can see I'm just repeating the same thing, bringing that very bright green out of the middle and just kind of messing up that border a little bit so it's more blended in. It's not so rigid. And then we have to repeat this on all the other leaves. Just like I said, make sure that you let each leaf crust for about 5 minutes. Now we are ready to make ladybugs. I decided to embellish my shamrock cookies with ladybugs, not only for the pop of color, but I understand that they are particularly popular in Irish and European folklore because they symbolize prosperity and luck, and so why not? And to make these, you want to use about 25 to 30-second consistency royal icing, something that you can, when you wiggle it, it's going to smooth on its own. And I am using black icing also, same consistency, to pipe the dots and also line across. And then we have to let these at least crust, and then we can add black head. So here we can do this again. You can see how I'm piling up the icing, and it's not really spreading that much, but there is that slight spike at the very top. So use your scribe tool to smooth that, and then immediately you can pipe these tiny little dots. When piping the dots, make sure that the opening on your piping bag is small. You don't want to make it an opening that is too large, because then it's going to make these dots super big. If you want to make these even smaller, you can. Then I would suggest that you wait for the red dot to dry, and then you can use edible markers, black edible marker, to draw directly onto the red icing. I have made ladybugs before, and they are really cute to use for cookies. They add such a really fun element to any design. So these are even smaller, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how you can use edible marker to finish these off, especially that middle line. If your piping bag is too thick, the opening on a piping bag is too big, then the line in the middle kind of makes it a bit more bulky looking. So if you want to avoid that, you can add the dots and then wait for this to dry, add the head, and then once the icing dries in about 8 to 12 hours, you can add the line in the middle. You see how these look a bit bulkier? So if you don't mind this look, go ahead. If you prefer a finer line, just use edible marker for these. And you can use these on so many different projects. If you're working on perhaps daisy flowers, oh, these will look great on daisy flowers. Now we can add those dots. You can also make these in different colors, why not? Although don't make them in yellow, because that's a squash. It looks like ladybug, but it's a squash bug, and it's actually a pest. We had a huge garden once upon a time, and I remember those were the unwanted pests in our garden. So here I'm using that black edible marker. It's a fine tip edible marker. Ideally, you want to do this before you remove the ladybugs from your transfer sheet. And here you can see I have all these cute little ladybugs ready, and now we can use these to embellish our shamrock cookies. So all you need is just a touch of royal icing. Don't overdo it with icing, because you have to kind of press it down, push it down a little bit, and then if you add too much, icing will ooze out from underneath of the ladybug. On the bigger shamrocks, you can use a couple of these. Look at this dainty tiny little one. And here they are. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to Haniela's, hit that bell button while you are at it so you don't miss any of my new uploads, and I will see you next time.